Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA Bag Work Edition. Today's bag work workout, we're working on 5 rounds to improve our knees. Usually when you see your big, tall, heavy bag here, we don't think about throwing knees. You want to throw your punches and your kicks. But today I'm going to give you particular things to work on in each round, and that's how we're going to improve our knees. So round 1, we're going to warm up. And to get the techniques of a good knee, you want to practice your front kicks because you want to be able to get your knee up into this motion and get your hips warmed up. So usually when it comes down to throwing knees, I like to add a warm up. So the warm up here is I'm just going to touch the bag with my front kicks, and as the bag comes back, I throw in my knees and I keep that rhythm going. To land good knees, why I'm teaching this first as a warm-up, because not only are you warming up your hips, you're warming up the timing of the knee. An effective knee, especially a straight knee, is thrown as my opponent comes in, I catch them with the knee. That's the key. They're coming in, looking to throw a power hand, boom, I catch the knees, or keep them away with the front kick. All right, so it's a simple strategy, one, and it helps your eyes and your timing for the knee. So round 1, front kicks to knees, okay? Mix them up, lead side and knees. So sometimes you might throw a couple front kicks in a row to keep the bag away, and then you time the knee and keep that rhythm going, okay? It's a little harder than it looks because you want to stay on the balls of your feet, all right? Round 1 warm-up, front kicks and knees. The key here, I don't want to over kick because it takes too long, okay? More nice and controlled steps. Everything's in control. When I'm using the front kicks, I'm using the balls of my feet to make sure I'm piercing through the body. Now that our hips are warm, I'm going to talk about 3 different types of knees you can throw on the bag. Each of them have a little bit of technical differences, but the video is more about practicing the knees on the bag, and eventually I'll create a whole episode on each of the knees. But the 3 knees you want to make sure you're throwing on your bag is 1, the straight knee that we always learn, okay? So what's going to happen is my knees are going to basically rub past each other. I'm going to use my hands to have that momentum. Reach out, pull in to my knee. I want to get that hip coming forward. Now, the one mistake I see people do on the bag a lot is they bring the knee up and then they push their knee out. Okay, it's a type of weird knee, but you're not gonna create enough damage. So ideally, I'm getting on the ball of my lead foot, and that's the key to the straight knee. I need to be on the ball of my lead foot because I need a counterbalance. If I'm trying to knee and my plant foot is down, what happens is I knee and I'm gonna fall forward, which is terrible because I'm so open to counter punches at that time. So by getting on my lead calf, boom, I can fall backwards. Now I'm in my structured stance again, so I could block and attack again. So straight knees, knees rubbing past each other, okay, on the plant foot, okay, on the ball of the plant foot. Now the second knee you can throw is a round knee, and a round knee is almost similar to your round kick in that the knee's coming round. Now, the way I like to talk about these knees is with my foot in heel position, because the foot is going to determine how much power you have in the knee. So if I throw a round knee, okay, and I'm trying to hit in this direction, and my knee is down, I'm going to lose a little bit of weight behind the round knee. So what I want to do is I want to make sure my heel is in line with my knee, so this way I get more power. Okay, so now everything's structurally in line and I can drive with full power. And now, when I talked about the straight knee, I talked about getting up on that plant foot. This is now gonna be more like your round kick. Your action is get on the ball of the foot, but you're gonna pivot slightly to help get that knee round. And remember, that heel has to go in line with my knee. It's like throwing a hook, okay? It's a perfect example. If I throw my hook with my elbow down, I'm losing and leaking power. But if my elbow follows my hand, I got power. If it's low, I leak power and not enough structure. So make sure the heel line and knee are nice, puncturing through the same power line. Okay? That's number 2. The third one is what I call a pecking knee. And this knee is more efficient when I'm in the clinch. When I'm in the clinch, I can throw these. They're round knees, but they're pecking knees. So straight knee, I'm looking for almost my kneecap coming through. My round knee, I'm looking more on the top of the knee. But this pecking knee, you're actually looking to land with the side of the knee. So I'm coming around. My power comes from snapping around. In Thailand a lot, you see a lot of this type of knee used with the skip. So they'll skip across, boom, and come back with those types of power knees. But you can just generate this power by pecking away this way. And a nice little trick that I like to use is I like to come down on that knee. Instead of thinking coming up, I'm thinking coming down on those knees. Okay, so you gotta make sure you pick the part of the knee you wanna land with. Okay, quick recap before we get into round 2. Straight knee, nice in line. Round knee, boom, knee following, pecking knee. So in these rounds, remember, I might be calling clinch and knee, boom. So when I go on my clinch and knee, I could adjust the different knees, right? So you can see, straight knee, pecking knee, round knee, okay? So mix and match in those little subtleties. Okay, round 2, play around with the different ranges and the different types of knees. All right, let's go, have fun. Now that you've learned to throw the different types of knees in your warmed up, it's now about setting them up. So round 3, we're gonna use our boxing to set up our knees. And when you talk about the traditional, the classic way, it's almost like combinations with the kicks. The lead hand sets up the rear knee. The rear hand sets up the lead knee. So the basics would be hook, right knee, hook, left knee, okay? It can be jab, knee, cross, knee, but it doesn't matter. Lead hand, opposite knee, rear hand, lead knee, all right? So playing around with those. So you can do it very slowly. If you're new and you just want to work the basic combinations, you can do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, combo, back, good structure in the stance, right? That's the key. I don't want you guys throwing these knees, coming and then falling into this terrible position. Show me control in the footwork. So if I throw a knee, boom, I return back to a quality stance. If I throw the other side, boom, control, out. I'm always in control of my stance, I'm not falling. If I am going to fall down, right, this is where I need you to understand clinch, where your hands are moving, and the type of knees you're gonna throw. So if I'm in here, I'm falling in here, I might throw my knees and create a clinch position from that time. So just make sure if I am gonna fall or I'm out of position, make sure right away you get into hand fighting and throw those pecking knees in the clinch. Okay, so what we're gonna do is boxing combinations to the knees, and then every so often in the round, once or twice, you can do it as much as you want. I'm gonna yell out clinch and knee, and then Matt and I are gonna just go work the different knees from the clinch. And then I might say exit, we break out of the clinch, and then we go back to our boxing and our knees. All right, let's go. Boxing to knees, round 3. Clinch and knee. Exit. Clinch and knee. outside. Round 4, we're gonna use our kicks to set up our knees. So like we did in our first round, the front kick is a beautiful kick to set up the knees because you can't really tell what strike I'm gonna throw, whether it's a front kick or a knee. It's very hard to tell because it's the same knee up motion. So it's very confusing. A lot of time in Muay Thai, what you'll see is they really effectively use a front kick and then they use skip knees, walking steps. So especially if you land a good front kick on someone, ooh, you get this reaction. Boom, ooh. Now I fake, walk my knees in, and bang, I got a walking knee, and all of a sudden, my opponent shelled up, I have their hands, and I can smack them up in the clinch. So front kicks are great, but they're also really effective with low kicks, or kicks in general. So right kick into the right knee, one of my favorite. I can go left kick into left knee, okay? Or I can do the opposites. Left kick, right knee. Right kick, left knee, all right? So you can use your round kicks and your front kicks to set up different knee positions. And a lot of times you can see some fancy ones where sweep the leg, come upstairs. So you play with combinations. So you wanna flow, just like your hands, jab, cross, hook. I might go jab, cross, and then finish with a knee. So putting your combinations together with your legs, kicks to knees are very important aspects in fighting. So a lot of times when I say kick fighting, knees all go into kick fighting because one, you're not using your hands. You can use your hands to control, to knee, create exits, and throw your kicks, right? So important, knee fighting comes with one, being able to set them up, and two, being able to control my opponents with my hands and my range, all right? So let's go round 4, kicks to set up my different types of knees. Clinch your knee. Push up. Just like all the other bag works, round 5 is all about freestyle and flow. This is where I want you to bring your creativity in. I might be teaching you the basics, different concepts, but the way you apply the concepts, the bounce, the flow, the stance, the hand positioning, the different types of combinations and setups, that's where you have to be you. Be a martial artist, be an artist, and make flows. But remember, have a concept on the bag work. Stop going onto the bag and just work random things. Use these workouts round by round, pick apart your technique, and then when you put it together in these freestyle rounds, you'll see a big difference. Not only are that single strike landing better, the setups become more effective, and this is where you'll start seeing your bag work start transferring over into your sparring, into your fights. Visualize an opponent, visualize the fight, and then that's the way a simple bag can be such an effective tool. And this is why I do bag work every day and have done so in my career. All right, freestyle round, have fun, mix it up, and make sure you stay subscribed, share the videos, keep training martial arts at home, and no better way than to do it here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Oh. 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 Oh.